Hey guys, welcome back. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to, oh God, I'm so tired of talking about. We're going to talk about Captain Marvel again. Can you be sick of a movie before it even comes out?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't going to, but we had to because of this. But I mean, to be fair, we don't know how it's going to be yet. We have to see it. We don't know. But anyway, go ahead.
We do have people that have seen it, and they said it's not terrible. It's got some good parts. It's not spectacular, but it's not
It's passable.
terrible. It's passable.
So there's that.
Passable.
We'll let you know after we go. But anyway, go ahead.
All right. So Captain Marvel 2 could be pretty amazing, says Kevin Feige. This is, of course, assuming there will be a Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, well, I think it's funny because they kind of bait you with the title, but then it is not really about what he says. But go ahead. Anyway.
No, this is comicbook.com. They're following comicbook.com at one point. I think was actually they actually have more journalistic integrity than Comic Book Resources and Newsarama and all these other sites, but they've fallen into this clickbait article title. Yeah, because I think they're scraping to survive, so they gotta come up with something punchy.
That's exactly what I think.
But they're not actually talking about Captain Marvel 2. They're talking about maybe possibly.
They are a little bit, yeah.
So Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige thinks Captain Marvel may have a bright future ahead of her.
Well, I'm sure they're planning on it, no matter what. Go ahead.
Speaking to Screen Rant, Feige remained vague about specific plans, but optimistic about what's to come for Carol Danvers. The making of a first film is in some ways a brainstorm on the future and on what can be, Feige said. So what it will be again is not clear, but what it could be is pretty amazing. So
it could be great. It couldn't be great. It might be awesome. It might not be awesome. I mean, it's pretty vague.
It's really vague. Like, it's maybe, possibly, maybe we'll do a Captain Marvel 2. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. We don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, and then they talked, and then apparently now it becomes about Brie Larson talking. During a visit to the set, she talked about these things and said, I don't know how it's any different. To be honest, I don't want it to feel different. I'm kind of over the first female blah, blah, blah. I agree with her on that. Because it's not the first female blah, blah, blah. It's not the first female. I don't feel so bad that I'm the only one that says blah, blah, blah. But it's not the first female superhero. So she's not. I'm kind of over the first female because you're not. But I agree with you on that. And wow, maybe women can actually do the same things that dudes can do. What a crazy concept. Okay, that's not what people are saying. I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we perpetuate the myth that it's an impossible task. No, if it wasn't like that before, it's because it was wrong. It's just wrong. Yeah, I agree. Saying that women can't do what men can do is wrong. However, what's going on with this, and I see a lot of times other things, is the takeaway from what people say they don't like is not what people are saying they don't like.
Yeah.
That's not what people were saying.
It's, we talked about this before, and here, I'm going to play this really quick clip here.
No, I agree with her on this.
Yeah, this is, somebody sent this to me on Twitter, where she basically, everybody is making out like Brie Larson herself is the one saying, well, I'm the first super. No, this is the marketing machine. Again, this is the marketing machine behind this film that's making out like I'm the first blah, 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 female blah, blah, blah.
I don't think about it that way because I feel like there's been a lot of great female characters that were already, in my mind, leading things in the MCU. So I'm just joining them.
Yeah, and I agree with her on that. I mean, I agree with her on that. Now, it could be because she's backpedaling or whatever, but it does seem to be like we said before, a lot of these quote-unquote journalists are turning around and taking things, and they're taking quotes out of context. And I don't know what the context this was in, but people keep attributing and people are mad about to the wrong things. Like, they're mad about this because they're just like they were mad about Wonder Woman. And it was funny because I think it was... I want to say it was Bleeding Fool, pulled up some articles back from the Wonder Woman debate, and it was a lot of women being mad about Wonder Woman.
Women were mad about Wonder Woman, yeah.
So it's kind of funny. Every movie, no matter what it is going to have some glowing praise and some backlash. I don't care what the film is. I think the takeaways are where it's getting mixed up. The takeaway for this, everybody's like, well, they don't want strong female characters, and they don't want women doing what men do. That's not what people are saying at all.
No.
If you would listen to what people are saying instead of just talking over them and perpetuating this false narrative that you're perpetuating, it would save a lot of people hassle, including the studios.
Yeah, I don't understand what this new marketing technique is, because all of these studios seem to be using it. We saw it with She-Ra, we're seeing it with Captain Marvel, we saw it with Star Wars to some degree. It's almost like divisive marketing.
I think it started with Ghostbusters mostly.
Yeah, Ghostbusters sort of set the tone.
Yeah.
I think for this, but this is the marketing technique that's being used. It'd be funny if it was all like one marketing firm that does this.
Well, I would hire, or I would fire that marketing firm right now, because
yeah, I mean,
what's going on is, it doesn't matter what she says. I think she does say some things that she shouldn't say because she's not thinking, which isn't good either. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of the crap we're seeing with these things are coming down to these articles that are like right away, like they're not just reporting on the news. We have to throw the fans on the bus first and tell them what bad people they are, and then that's doing more to turn people off, to get them riled up, than anything else. If you just said, here's a new show, it might be different than what you're used to, but hey, give it a chance, you're gonna have a lot more people interested. You're gonna win a lot more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And all you guys are doing is pouring vinegar, then pouring some like lighter fluid on it, lighting it up, and saying it's all your fault. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning. Since Ghostbusters been turning. It was much you. It's y'all. You. It was not us. As they're the ones lighting the fire and putting the kindling, keep throwing kindling into there to keep it going.
I really think, I have to wonder if these, journalists, if these journalists actually believe what they're writing, or if they are doing it knowing it's going to cause a fire, knowing that people are going to come watch the fire, knowing it's going to get them page views, knowing it's going to keep their jobs longer because they're bringing ad revenue into the site.
Right.
There's no way to tell if these people actually believe the stupidity that they put out there. But we see that the shape that these websites are in, BuzzFeed and Gizmodo and all the others, and yeah, there would be a benefit to these journalists writing a bunch of horse shit to get people to come look at
and scream, and then so it keeps them relevant.
Right.
And the thing is, it's like, I don't know what she said, what she didn't say. It's like a tale of two Brees. Like one thing saying one thing, and it's about the times, it's the worst of times. That
will be the sequel.
But it's funny because you have like her saying one thing and then saying something else according to an article, and it's like, I don't know what she's saying. I agree. Whatever she said in that last clip is what I agree with. You didn't do it first. There's already a lot of women who are there that are strong characters that have been in the MCU. You're just joining them. And I agree with you on that. I mean, that comment, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. And I agree with you, I'm tired of these strong females, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. Because we've already seen them.
And that could be damage control, too. I mean, it could be. But we look at, like, the situation, again, with She-Ra, and it's like, you needed to have somebody doing damage control from day one because you pissed on the fandom. Anytime you piss on the fandom and tell the fandom they're awful, it never ends well.
Give them a cup of tea and tell them it's lemonade. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it doesn't end well. So, yeah, the talk of a sequel is very, very premature because we don't know what the box office is going to be like for this movie.
I am sure they have it planned to have sequels. I'm 100% sure going forward they already have it planned to have sequels. So, that doesn't surprise me because I'm sure that was already anticipated. Anyway.
Yeah, but they anticipate that with a lot of, Marvel films, and sometimes they do a course correction on it. Like, look at Ragnarok, it was very different from the Dark World because they took the fan feedback. Dark World did not do that well financially. It did okay, like that one. But it was very dark, and people were like, we'll make the next Thor movie funnier, so they did like a complete 180 with Ragnarok. It made a ton of money, and
I think that they need to look for the course correction here, and I do feel like if it doesn't do well, of course they're going to blame men. They're going to blame men for it. I'm not going to even try to sugarcoat it. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to blame men, misogynists, haters, men. The small group, one breath is a small group, and the next breath is like everybody's fault. But what they should be blaming is the PR around this, because if they had just had better PR, it wouldn't have been as divisive in the first place. Yeah,
the PR for this movie, I mean, compared to other Marvel movies, like you said, it's a play right out of the Ghostbusters 2016 book. This is not the way they need to promote this movie. They need to just be like, oh, it's another Marvel movie. Come see it.
Well, nothing
to see here.
Even if they had people on their side, that one Twitter person, Grant, that person is not part of the PR that we know of, is not part of the PR push. Telling all men they shouldn't be at the theater because no one wants them there was probably a stupid thing for this person to be saying. If she wants Captain Marvel to succeed, if they're real.
Captain Mabel.
Captain Mabel.
Yeah.
If you wanted to succeed, that is probably the stupidest thing you could have said. Because even people that were on maybe agreeing with you, you've now turned a bunch of them. And she was arguing that everybody needs to review bomb it in a positive way. We showed that in another video. That everybody needs to go and review bomb it up. And then that was so funny. An hour after we did that video?
Yeah.
This comes out.
Yeah, this comes up. Captain Marvel, trolls are planning to review bomb the movie.
They are on both sides.
On both sides. Internet trolls. See, again, it's clickbait. Comic book resources. Used to be news. Used to actually be news.
Now we're just missing you immediately because you're starting off with this kind of crap.
And where's the proof? There's there's no proof. Internet trolls seem to be planning a review bombing campaign against Captain Marvel. A Twitter user, to whom we're not linking, just take our word for it, posted an image of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, calling for those who disagree with the movie's identity politics to review bomb it upon release. A single Twitter user,
But they're not showing.
whose tweet we will not show.
Well, I'm going to be fair. I'm sure people are saying this. I'm 100% sure they are. So go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, look, you guys are
Just
supposed
take our word. because
just
we
take our
said
word
so.
for it. People who are not on Twitter look at this and be like, "What the hell are you talking about? Show us,
Right.
show us." And there's nothing to show. Although the hashtag on post, which hashtag, is getting shared, the post has fewer likes and retweets than comments, which mostly slam the user. Where is this post? What is the hashtag? This is ridiculous. This is
We're going to do a whole article about a post that we're not actually going to show.
right. I can't believe this. Still, this new campaign won't come as a surprise to those who have been keeping up with the drama surrounding it. Casual people really haven't been keeping up with
No,
that.
that's what I've been saying.
The 1 to See section for Captain Marvel Rotten Tomatoes hit a cinematic universe low following comments made by Brie Larson. Hey, look, they actually have links to a source saying what I'm looking for is to bring more seats to the table. No one's getting their chair taken
Which
away.
I
blah, blah,
thought
blah,
that
blah.
was, yeah, go ahead.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah,
that's
blah,
that's the new
exactly,
thing. Blah, blah, blah.
blah.
She even says blah, blah, blah.
I know, so I said I feel more vindicated because she said
I would
blah,
love
blah,
it
blah.
if her first appearance in the movie in costume is she just like drops in the scene. She's like, Captain Marvel, blah, blah, blah.
That's right. I think he sparkles, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. So then, Rotten Tomatoes pulled the 1 to See section out of, or changed it radically so you couldn't not want to see something. You'd only want to see it. So, and again, all the keywords here to get people to, if they're searching for people in Google, what do the comments say?
They don't think they have to turn on.
God, people are ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
People gonna the same things for bird of prey.
Oh, wow.
And this site will never speak avoid it.
English majors.
I don't think a review bomb will be necessary for birds of prey. Why is it here?
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Why is this a news item?
Exactly.
One Twitter user posts something stupid and CBR jumps to defend. This is hardly any kind
Yes,
of movement.
exactly. And the thing is, do I think that people are going to try to review bomb it down? Yes. Do I think people are going to try to review bomb it up? Yes. Actually, there was a tweet for that, and it was all over the place. It was people were showing that. Of course, they don't cover that. Why aren't they covering that story? Hey, there's somebody calling for a movement to review bomb it up because that's trolling. Because both are trolling. If you plan on review bombing it down, that's trolling. If you plan on review bombing it up, that's trolling. Now, if you saw the movie and you honestly feel that way, then say what you feel. But if you didn't see it, you know what I mean? You can't either way. To
Yeah,
be fair.
and this is what's ridiculous about a situation like this. The movie itself, when it gets caught in a conflict like this over politics, whether or not the movie is any good becomes secondary.
Right.
It's and then you can sort of then people judge where you're at politically based on your feelings about a stupid movie.
Well, then even if you go see the movie, as we did with Solo, and then you said, hey, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, oh my God, you won't believe the backlash. If we go see Captain Marvel, and it turns out that it is not as bad as we were expecting, and we say this, I am fully prepared for all the shit I'm going to take because the people well, you said, I'm like, I've said the whole time, we don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I don't like these comments. I don't like the way the press is handling this, but we don't know. And I'll say one thing about CLOWNFISH TV is we're going to be fair. And that's how we always are. And we're going to be fair. And if it's good, we will say so. If it's bad, we will say so. We're not going to just lie to get clicks.
Yeah, I mean, we could sit here and shit out, 100 videos a day, bashing whatever's fashionable to bash. But I mean, if we do videos on something and we bash it, usually we try to be objective in the bashing.
Yeah.
The marketing usually is what comes up. Stupid things said by people or whatever. But again, we have not seen this movie. We do not know.
So we will say when we see it. Otherwise, we are the exact same as this LD Nolan, who just takes something
using
and
a platform
to
yeah.
So we're and that is trolling, and we're not going to do that. We're going to be fair. And like I said, if you see the movie and you don't feel it was good, then go ahead and vote for it how you think it should be. If you saw it and you liked it, vote appropriately. If you didn't see it at all, either way, voting good or bad, you have no business voting for it because you didn't see it. So, I mean, I get the frustration. I get the frustration. You're seeing people attack you all the time because you don't agree, especially if you're a guy. I totally get it. But you're just playing into what they want. The whole thing is just ridiculous.
I mean,
over a movie.
Oh my God! I think what gets me about these journalists is The only difference between them and the Twitter ranters is they've got CBR.com
Yeah, exactly.
on their articles. They are basically paid ranters. They're paid speculators. They're just generating content for a site that's probably hemorrhaging ad revenue, just like all the other sites out there that just, fabricate, news. And this, if you can't even put a link to the offending tweet, it's not even an article.
Yeah, they should have put it in. That's
so stupid.
They should have put. We don't want to justify it by giving. No, then you have no proof that it happened. Pixar didn't happen, kind of thing. So anyway,
yeah,
are we about done with this one?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I don't know. I'm getting tired of talking about Captain Marvel.
Oh, I am too.
I'll be glad when it's in the theater and out of the theater, and we can just be like.
I will too. I do give total props on Brie Larson saying flat out, "Hey, I'm not the first one in the MCU as a female. I'm just joining them." Yes, thank you. That's what people have been wanting you to say.
She's gonna get the stink eye from Scarlett Johansson. Like, how come she got a movie?
I don't think Scarlett Johansson would do that.
How come she got a movie before I got a movie?
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, that's what people have been wanting you to say. They want you to say things like, "Hey, look, I'm aware that this isn't new. There have been plenty of strong female led movies before me, and I'm just hoping that I'm doing the best I can do and joining a group of women who are already doing it." That's what people wanted you to say the whole time. Problem solved.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thanks so much for watching Clownfish TV. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, art videos, and more. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.